Of those children have now been rescued and taken to a rehab centre in the valley. Here's more.
Swat Valley has seen some of the fiercest fighting since the operation to eradicate militancy began in Pakistan's flagship tourist region in the northwest. But now the militants are on the run and the internal refugees are returning in truckloads, optimistic that this time peace and quiet would hold. For many, the battle is over, but for some, a terrible phenomena has left the public in a state of shock, the so-called Taliban child soldiers. Hundreds of boys like these were taken by militants to do their bidding and fully indoctrinated to carry out suicide attacks. Those teenagers who managed to escape are the lucky ones. As officials say, hundreds more remain captive by the militants, some of them as young as 6.
They grabbed me while I was picking onions in the field. They blindfolded me and said I had to go on jihad.
Not all abducted kids were hypnotized by the Taliban for suicide bombings. After the militant communications were destroyed, some of these boys were used as informants or to mount small-scale attacks on the army.
Taliban said Pakistan army are not Muslim. They are friends of American who kill Muslims. If you kill them, you will go to heaven even if you are killed in jihad.
The boys were either captured, surrendered willingly, or were given to authorities by their parents because of their harsh circumstances. Poverty is also a major factor as the militants pay their children's families a monthly stipend if they enlist. The militants prefer to use children as they are easily influenced and less likely to be arrested.
The Taliban told us don't listen to anyone, and if your parents or siblings get in your way, it's okay to kill them in jihad.
The military says though recruiting children is an old tactic, it's fairly new in the Swat Valley, and the high number of the young recruits is a disturbing development.
In Swat, yes, this tactics and the influence of this so-called Taliban, it's also new. But at this level, so many small boys in so many camps.
UNICEF, the United Nations Children's Agency, is getting involved to help with their rehabilitation.
UNICEF has been approached by official sources to support with children that have been recently recovered. It is really the beginning of the process, but what is very important is to guarantee that these children have a safe environment, have psychosocial support, can overcome their trauma.
Enrolling the boys in the psychological cleansing program is the easiest part of this dilemma, as rampant poverty and illiteracy continue to provide the militants with fresh recruits. But recovering those still missing is a challenge to stop a new generation of Taliban offspring. In Mingora, Swat Valley, Kaifee, Press TV.